fatal. These 8 common sleeping habits are putting seniors at risk. You could be risking your life in your sleep without even knowing it. Imagine drifting off into a peaceful sleep, expecting to wake up refreshed, only to never wake up again. It's a terrifying thought, but the reality is that after the age of 70, certain nighttime habits can significantly increase the risk of serious health issues like heart attacks, strokes, or even sudden death. The scariest part? Many of these habits seem completely harmless. Sleep isn't just about resting your eyes. It's when your body repairs itself, regulates your heart, and keeps your brain sharp. But for seniors, the wrong habits can turn this vital process into a health crisis. In fact, studies show that poor sleep quality is linked to a 40% higher risk of cardiovascular problems in older adults. In this video, we'll uncover 8 common nighttime mistakes that could be sabotaging your health. The last one is the most dangerous, yet it's something people do almost every night without a second thought. Don't take that risk. Stick with us as we break these habits down and show you how to sleep smarter, starting tonight. Habit 1. Late night eating, a silent threat to your heart. Do you ever find yourself sneaking into the kitchen for a late night snack, thinking it's just a harmless way to unwind? For many seniors, this habit feels like a comforting ritual after a long day. But here's the catch. That midnight bite might be quietly putting your heart at risk. As we age, our bodies don't handle late night eating the way they once did. Metabolism slows, digestion drags, and what seems like a small indulgence can snowball into serious health dangers. Let's explore why late-night eating is a hidden threat for seniors and how you can take charge of your heart health with a few simple tweaks. What happens when you eat late at night? Picture your body as a hardworking engine that deserves a break at night. When you eat heavy, sugary, or fatty foods right before bed, you're essentially revving that engine when it's begging to idle. Instead of winding down, your digestive system kicks into high gear, triggering a cascade of problems. Blood sugar spikes and fat buildup. Late-night carbs or greasy snacks send your blood sugar soaring and pile fat into your arteries. Over time, these arteries narrow, forcing your heart to pump harder, like asking it to sprint while you're fast asleep. Acid reflux beyond a little burn. That familiar chest discomfort after a late meal isn't just annoying. Lying down too soon lets stomach acid sneak up into your throat, raising risks of choking, lung infections, or even esophageal cancer down the road. Sleep apnea and oxygen shortages. Research ties late-night eating to sleep apnea, where breathing pauses during sleep. Each pause starves your heart and brain of oxygen, inching you closer to strokes or heart attacks. Did you know? Studies suggest eating within 2 hours of bedtime can boost your heart disease risk by up to 30%. That small snack could have a bigger impact than you think. Why is this riskier for seniors? Your body follows a natural clock, called the circadian rhythm, that dictates when it's time to digest and when it's time to repair. During the day, it's primed for food. At night, it shifts to recovery mode. Late-night eating throws this rhythm off balance, and for seniors, the stakes are higher. With a heart and digestive system already less forgiving, this extra strain can turn a quiet habit into a loud warning sign. Expert insight. Dr. Jane Smith, a renowned cardiologist, warns, late-night eating is a sneaky culprit in senior heart disease. It's not just what you eat, it's when. Your heart deserves a break, not a midnight workout. How to break the habit without missing out. You don't have to ditch your favorite foods. Just rethink the timing and choices. Here's how to keep your heart happy without feeling deprived. Shift dinner earlier. Finish your last big meal at least 3 hours before bed. If your lights out at 10 p.m., wrap up dinner by 7 p.m. This gives your body a head start on winding down. Go light and heart smart. Swap heavy dishes like fried chicken or creamy desserts for lighter fare. Think grilled salmon with veggies, a turkey wrap on whole grain bread, or a cozy bowl of oatmeal with berries. Tasty, but gentle on your system. Raise your head. Already battling reflux? Sleep with your head elevated using a wedge pillow or extra cushion. It keeps acid down and makes your nights more restful. Snack wisely. If you must late night hunger creeping in, grab a handful of almonds, a banana, or apple slices with a dab of peanut butter. These picks satisfy without overloading your body. Quick tip: skip spicy or acidic foods, like hot sauce or citrus, at night. Save those zesty flavors for lunch to avoid stirring up trouble while you sleep. Take John, a 74-year-old who loved his nightly ice cream ritual. "I'd scoop a bowl every night," he says. Then came the chest pain and gasping for air. "My doctor linked it to acid reflux, stressing my heart. I switched to earlier meals, and I've never felt better." One tweak turned his health around. Imagine what it could do for you. Late-night eating might seem like a harmless joy, but for seniors, it's a risky roll of the dice. Your heart's been beating strong all day. Don't make it clock over time. Try adjusting your meal schedule this week and notice the difference. Lighter nights mean brighter days ahead. Have you tweaked your eating habits and felt a change? Drop your experience below. Your journey might spark someone else's life-saving shift. Habit 2. Drinking too much water before bed, a hidden fall hazard. Hydration is essential for good health. But drinking excessive water too close to bedtime can have unintended and dangerous consequences, especially for seniors. As we age, our bladder loses some of its efficiency, leading to increased nighttime urination, also known as nocturia. This means more frequent trips to the bathroom, often in the dark, which significantly raises the risk of falls. Falls in older adults are not just minor accidents. They can result in serious injuries like hip fractures, head trauma, or even long-term disability. Each time you wake up disoriented in a dimly lit room and try to rush to the bathroom, you increase your chances of tripping over furniture, slipping on rugs, or losing balance due to dizziness from getting up too quickly. Research shows that falls are one of the leading causes of hospitalizations in seniors. And even a single fall can severely impact long-term mobility and independence. Additionally, excessive water intake before bed can disrupt sleep quality. Constantly waking up to use the restroom fragments deep sleep cycles, leaving you feeling exhausted the next day. Poor sleep not only affects mood and cognitive function, but also weakens the immune system and raises the risk of chronic conditions like high blood pressure and diabetes. What to do instead? Adjust your hydration habits by drinking more fluids earlier in the day and gradually reducing intake in the evening. Try to limit beverages at least 2 hours before bed. Be mindful of diuretics like tea, coffee, and alcohol, which can increase urination. If you feel thirsty at night, take small sips instead of drinking a full glass. Also, ensure your bedroom and bathroom are well lit and free of tripping hazards to reduce the risk of nighttime falls. Habit 3. Ignoring sleep apnea and insomnia, a silent epidemic. Snoring loudly, waking up gasping for air, or struggling with sleepless nights may seem like minor annoyances, but they can be life-threatening. Sleep apnea is a condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep, depriving the brain and heart of oxygen. Over time, this puts significant strain on the cardiovascular system, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, strokes, and even sudden cardiac arrest. Chronic insomnia, on the other hand, does more than just leave you feeling exhausted. Sleep deprivation weakens the immune system, making the body more vulnerable to infections and illnesses. It also increases the risk of mental decline, dementia, and even depression. The long-term consequences of poor sleep can be devastating, affecting overall health, cognitive function, and quality of life. Consider Jim, a 70-year-old retiree who shrugged off his wife's complaints about his snoring for years. "It's just how I sleep," he'd say, until he woke up one night gasping, his chest pounding. A doctor's visit and a sleep study later, Jim learned he had severe sleep apnea. His heart was strained, and his energy was zapped with a CPAP machine. He's now sleeping soundly and feeling like a new man. "I wish I'd listened sooner," he admits. Or take Sarah, 66, who spent years battling insomnia. "I'd stare at the ceiling for hours, then drag myself through the day," she says. She chalked it up to stress until her memory started slipping, forgetting appointments, losing her train of thought. A sleep therapist helped her build a bedtime routine, and now she's sleeping better and thinking clearer. It's like I got my life back, she smiles. These aren't just stories. They're proof that ignoring sleep problems can cost you, but fixing them can pay off big. What to do instead? If you experience frequent snoring, choking, or excessive daytime fatigue, don't ignore it. Seek medical attention. Treatments like CPAP, continuous positive airway pressure, machines, mouthpieces, and lifestyle changes such as weight management and better sleep positioning can significantly improve breathing during sleep. If you suffer from insomnia, try practicing good sleep hygiene, reducing screen time before bed, and consulting a doctor for possible treatments. Addressing these sleep disorders can add years to your life and prevent serious health complications. Habit 4. Sleeping in dangerous positions, a hidden risk for seniors. You might think that slipping into bed and drifting off is the easiest part of your day, a time when your body finally gets to rest and recover. But for seniors, the way you position yourself during those precious hours of sleep can be a hidden risk, quietly undermining your health. As we age, our bodies become more susceptible to pain, stiffness, and chronic conditions, and the wrong sleep position can amplify these issues. Whether it's straining your neck, worsening breathing problems, or putting unnecessary pressure on your heart. Dangerous sleep positions can turn your nightly recharge into a health hazard. Let's dive deep into why this habit matters, explore the risks of common sleep positions for seniors, and uncover practical solutions to help you sleep safer and wake up feeling better. Why sleep positions matter more as you age. Sleep isn't just about closing your eyes. It's about giving your body the chance to repair itself. Picture your body as a carefully balanced structure. When it's aligned properly, everything works harmoniously. But as we get older, that balance gets harder to maintain. Muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and conditions like arthritis, heart disease, or respiratory issues become more common. The position you sleep in can either support your body's recovery or throw it out of whack. Here's what can go wrong. Spinal and neck strain. Poor alignment can lead to chronic pain, stiffness, or even pinched nerves that linger into your waking hours. Breathing challenges. Certain positions can obstruct your airway, making snoring louder or sleep apnea more severe, both of which disrupt rest and strain your system. Heart pressure. The wrong posture can make your heart work harder when it should be resting, especially if you already have cardiovascular concerns. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that poor sleep posture can increase the risk of musculoskeletal pain by up to 40% in older adults. That's a compelling reason to pay attention to how you're lying down each night. These risks aren't just theoretical. They affect real people every night. Take Margaret, a 72-year-old who adored back sleeping until it started taking a toll. I'd wake up with headaches and my heart racing, she shares. I blamed stress, but my doctor pointed out that back sleeping was aggravating my sleep apnea. Switching to my side with a pillow between my knees was a game changer. I sleep deeper and feel more refreshed. Then there's Tom, 68, a lifelong stomach sleeper. Every morning my neck was stiff and my arms tingled, he recalls. It wasn't until I used a body pillow to transition to side sleeping that the pain stopped. It took some getting used to, but I wish I'd done it years ago. These stories highlight a key truth. Tweaking your sleep position can transform your health and comfort. Why it's worth the effort. Adjusting your sleep position isn't just about dodging discomfort. It's about safeguarding your long-term health. Proper alignment can reduce pain. Fewer aches mean easier mornings and more active days. Boost sleep quality. Deeper rest improves memory, mood, and energy levels. Protect vital organs. Easing strain on your heart and lungs supports overall wellness. For seniors, these benefits add up to a better quality of life. No prescriptions or complex routines required. It's a simple, proactive step you can take tonight. Your bed should be a place of peace, not a nightly risk zone. Whether you're a back sleeper prone to snoring, a stomach sleeper waking up sore, or a right side sleeper battling reflux, there's a safer way to rest. Start small. Try elevating your head, hugging a pillow, or flipping to your left side tonight. Pay attention to how you feel in the morning. Your body will signal what works, and with a little trial and error, you'll find your sweet spot. Have you ever noticed how your sleep position affects your day? What's one tweak you'll try tonight? Small changes can lead to big wins. Here's to waking up refreshed and ready to thrive. Habit 5. Getting up too quickly, a risky move for seniors. Standing up might feel like second nature, a quick, effortless motion you do dozens of times a day. But for seniors, getting up too quickly can turn this simple act into a risky move. What seems harmless can trigger dizziness, unsteadiness, or even a dangerous fall, leading to injuries that disrupt your life. As we age, our bodies don't adapt as fast as sudden changes, making this habit one to watch out for, especially if you want to stay safe and independent. Let's break down why this happens, the real dangers it poses, and how you can protect yourself with practical, easy-to-follow steps. Why it's risky, the science behind the stumble. When you stand up, gravity pulls blood downward into your legs, causing a brief dip in blood pressure. Normally, your body reacts fast, your heart pumps a little harder, and your blood vessels tighten to keep blood flowing to your brain. This automatic response, called the bear reflex, keeps you steady. But as we get older, this system slows down. For seniors, the adjustment can lag, leading to a condition called orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure that leaves you feeling woozy or off balance. What you might feel, a wave of dizziness, a spinning sensation, or a moment where your vision blurs or darkens. In some cases, you might even faint. Why seniors are hit harder. Aging weakens the reflexes that stabilize blood pressure. Plus, factors like medications, dehydration, or health conditions, think diabetes or heart issues, can make it worse. The stats: up to 20% of people over 65 experience orthostatic hypotension, and the risk jumps higher after 75. That's millions of seniors facing this challenge daily. This isn't just a fleeting inconvenience. It's a setup for trouble, especially in tricky situations like getting out of bed at night or standing up in a cluttered room. Consider Evelyn, a 78-year-old who used to leap out of her chair to greet her grandkids. One morning, she stood up too fast after breakfast, felt dizzy, and fell, fracturing her wrist. "I was in a cast for weeks," she says. "Now I double-check every move." Or take George, 70, who brushed off his doctor's advice. "I got up for a glass of water one night, blacked out, and woke up with a concussion. I learned the hard way." These stories show how a split-second choice can spiral into weeks or months of recovery. How to stand safely. Simple steps that work. The good news? You can dodge these risks with a few small tweaks. Here's how to stand up without the wobble. Pause and prepare, whether you're getting out of bed or up from a chair. Sit on the edge for 10 to 15 seconds first. Give your body time to adjust. Warm up your legs. Before standing, flex your ankles or gently march in place while seated. This gets blood flowing and softens the pressure drop. Use support. Grab armrests, a table, or a walker, whatever's steady. There's no shame in a little help. Move in stages from lying down. Sit up slowly, then stand. From a chair, scoot to the edge before rising. Hydrate smart. Sip water all day to keep your blood volume up, but ease off at night if you're prone to bathroom runs. Talk to your doctor. If dizziness hits often, ask about your meds. A tweak in dose or timing could make a difference. Nighttime hack. Keep a flashlight or nightlight by your bed. If you need to get up in the dark, you'll see where you're going. No surprises. Build your defenses, strength, and safety tips. Want to cut your fall risk even more? Add these habits to your routine. Stay active. Walking, Tai Chi, or yoga boosts balance and coordination. Just 10 to 15 minutes daily can help. Strengthen your legs. Try seated leg lifts or stand on one foot, holding a chair, to build muscle where it counts. Fix your space. Clear clutter, tack down rugs, and add grab bars in the bathroom. Bright lights in halls and stairs are a must. Check your health. Regular doctor visits can catch issues like low blood pressure or balance problems early. Ask for a fall risk assessment if you're unsteady. Research boost. Studies show balance exercises can slash fall risk by 30% in seniors. Small moves, big payoff. The bottom line, slow down. Stay strong. Getting up too quickly might be a lifelong habit, but it's one you can and should rethink. Those extra few seconds to stand slowly aren't just caution. They're protection for your health, your mobility, and your freedom. Falls don't have to be part of aging if you take charge now. Share this with someone you care about. It might just save them a tumble. Your next step, try pausing before you stand today. Notice how it feels. Got a tip that worked for you? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Habit 6. Taking certain medications at night. Taking medication before bed might seem harmless, but certain drugs can have dangerous effects while you sleep. Many common medications, including sedatives, blood pressure pills, and pain relievers, can negatively impact your body's functions during the night. The danger: sedatives and sleep aids may excessively slow breathing, leading to lower oxygen intake and increased risk of respiratory distress. Some blood pressure medications could drop blood pressure too low at night, potentially leading to dizziness, fainting, or even strokes. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, like ibuprofen, can put extra strain on the kidneys and liver, increasing the risk of long-term organ damage. Certain antidepressants or anxiety medications can alter brain chemistry during sleep, leading to nightmares, dizziness upon waking, or even confusion. The fix: consult your doctor before taking medications at night to ensure they are safe for your sleep cycle. If prescribed blood pressure medication, discuss whether taking it in the morning may be a better option for you. Avoid habitually relying on sleep aids. Instead, try natural alternatives like chamomile tea, lavender essential oils, and relaxation exercises. Monitor your symptoms if you take any medications before bed. If you experience unusual drowsiness, dizziness, or breathing difficulties, speak with your doctor immediately. Habit 7. Alcohol and smoking before bed, a deadly combo. A glass of wine or a bedtime cigarette may seem like a way to unwind, but these habits take a serious toll on your body. Alcohol may make you feel drowsy initially, but it disrupts deep sleep cycles, leaving you feeling groggy and unrest the next day. It also relaxes the throat muscles, worsening snoring and sleep apnea, which can lead to oxygen deprivation and heart strain. Smoking before bed is just as dangerous. Nicotine is a stimulant that increases heart rate and blood pressure, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Over time, smoking damages the lungs, reduces oxygen levels in the blood, and increases the risk of respiratory failure during sleep. The combination of alcohol and smoking is especially deadly, as it places an immense burden on the heart and lungs. Studies show that people who drink and smoke before bed are at a much higher risk of sudden cardiac events and stroke. What to do instead? Instead of reaching for alcohol, try herbal teas like chamomile or valerian root, which promote relaxation. For smokers, reducing nicotine intake in the evening or using a nicotine patch can help lessen withdrawal symptoms. Practicing deep breathing exercises and meditation before bed can also improve sleep quality naturally. Habit 8. Sleeping with your phone or electronic devices nearby. Many people have the habit of keeping their phone, tablet, or other electronic devices right next to their bed. While this may seem harmless, it can actually pose serious health risks, especially for individuals over 70. 1. Disrupting sleep and increasing stroke risk. The blue light emitted by phone screens can interfere with the body's circadian rhythm, suppressing the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Poor sleep quality leads to increased risks of high blood pressure, heart disease, and even stroke. 2. Fire hazards from electronic devices. Charging a phone overnight or keeping electronic devices too close to the bed can increase the risk of overheating and fire hazards, particularly when using low-quality chargers. Many reported cases of phone explosions have resulted in serious injuries or fatalities. 3. Electromagnetic radiation and its effects on the brain. Although there is no definitive proof that electromagnetic waves from phones cause cancer, research suggests that long-term exposure may contribute to memory decline, sleep disturbances, and neurological issues, especially in older adults. How to reduce these risks? Keep your phone away from your bed. Ideally, place it at least 1 to 2 meters away to minimize electromagnetic exposure. Avoid using your phone before bed. Instead of scrolling through social media, try reading a book or listening to relaxing music. Use airplane mode. If you need to keep your phone nearby, switching to airplane mode can reduce radiation exposure. Use an alarm clock instead of your phone. This helps prevent the habit of constantly checking your phone throughout the night. By making these small changes, you can improve sleep quality, protect your health, and reduce the risk of potential hazards. Don't let a seemingly harmless habit become a serious threat to your well-being. Your sleep habits matter more than you think. Aging should be about enjoying life, not falling victim to hidden dangers in everyday routines. Simple changes like adjusting your diet, keeping your room cool, and being mindful of sleep positions can make a world of difference in health and longevity. Which of these habits surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps spread awareness and keeps this community thriving.